So it's raining and pouring right now, but never mind that. I have a garage to do my work in, so it's not really a big issue. Today we're going to be working on my 2020 Toyota Yaris. This is going to be kind of a hybrid between my normal car videos and my baby prep videos. Reason being that the Yaris is the only four-door automatic transmission car that I have, which means that it is officially designated as the baby transport mobile, as we're going to be having the baby very soon. That means that I have to get it prepped. Now, there's been this horrible groaning sound coming from the brakes, and it is also time to change the oil. That, and I noticed the tire pressures are off. I've already done a video on how to change the oil on this car, so I'm not going to be showing you that this time around. However, I will be showing you how I did the brakes, rotors, and pads, and then I'm just going to put air in the tires, which I won't really show you because it's a pretty simple, straightforward thing. But we'll go over the brakes, and then I'll take it for a drive and see how it feels. Yaris. Turns on right away, nice and smooth. Seatbelt. It's turning on really nicely because it has brand new motor oil in it, which always makes the car kind of start nicer. I've already cleared out the codes and stuff, so now I'm gonna go for a quick spin. Typically when you do this, you have to bed in the pads. I've already gone on a couple drives and bedded them in. Basically that consists of doing a few stops, you know, from slow speed, just to make sure your brakes are behaving as intended. And a very big thing to keep in mind is before you even roll the car out of the garage or off your driveway or whatever it is, before you even turn it on, pump your brakes multiple times. The reason for that being that if you do not pump them, your calipers, right, you have to compress the pistons. If you do not pump the brakes, well, the pistons aren't back out. So if you have to stop, when you push the pedal, nothing is going to happen because all you're doing is pushing out the pistons, but they're not going far enough to contact the pads and push them into the rotors. So you have to pump them multiple times until they're all the way back out. That way, when you press the brake, they work the way that they're normally intended to do so. So at this point, these are bedded in really nicely, and I have zero noise or inconvenience. See, there's an idiot reversing here in front of me. That's fantastic. Gives me an excuse to slam my brakes. Absolutely no weird groaning sound. There was like a when you would come to a stop. Now there's none. I can just hit my brakes here. Normal braking sounds, but nothing out of this world. No groaning. Everything is working exactly as intended from the factory, and that is exactly what we want. The car feels fantastic with the tires set at the right pressure and everything. It's just, it feels a lot smoother. Like there's a lot less vibration when you're driving, accelerating, braking. Everything the car does just seems so different right now. And that's one of the nice things about keeping your car, you know, well maintained, is that it just always drives so much more nicely. Especially, unfortunately, if you let it get out of shape for a little bit and then you did the maintenance, it just seems like such a drastic difference. But I'm happy to report that this is behaving perfectly well at this point. Alright, so here are the new rotors. As you can see, they have a bit of a golden hue at the edges. They got that as I went ahead and bedded them in. You always want to make sure you don't have contaminants on your rotors before you start. They do come coated in an oil. You want to spray that down with brake cleaner and wipe it off, and then just do a final spray and just let that evaporate on its own. So I always do that before I put the rotors in. That was done. Right now it's all nicely bedded in and starting to wear nicely. The car is braking very, very well. I have no complaints whatsoever as far as braking performance. So we can safely say that this car is good as far as braking goes. Now I can move on to giving it a much needed wash. So if you guys have enjoyed this video, please feel free to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so that you are aware when I post up another one. If you have any feedback, anything I can do better, feel free to leave that in the comments section. Any questions as well. And as always, thank you guys for watching.